report is not only false and unsubstantiated statements, but also written to satisfy their paymasters and further stoke the conflict. Amnesty International hired researchers did not deem it fit to interview the leadership of the headers and families of headers from most of the communities affected with the conflict they claim to have visited. Consequently, we condemn such selective and highly biased and unpatriotic act from Amnesty International Nigeria. From the hasty conclusion of the report, which was quick to dismiss efforts of the security agencies in ending the conflicts, suggested clearly that Amnesty International activities in Nigeria have been hijacked by mercenaries and mercantile characters that are sponsored by forces that want to balkanize the Nigerian state. Solutions to the farmers-herders conflicts. Hence, we are calling the Nigerian government to closely monitor the activities of Amnesty International in Nigeria, particularly their sources of funding. Consequently, as a result of this report, desperate politicians, particularly Atiku Abubakar, the candidate of the People Democratic Party, the leading opposition party, is latching on this fall amnesty report with the hope of garnering political capital from the hardest farmers conflict and the plight of the Nigerian pastoralists. So we call on our members and peace-loving Nigerians not only to condemn Atiku Abubakar for the self-hate and naked dance in the marketplace, but to totally reject him as a presidential candidate as his intentions are inimical to the development, peaceful coexistence of the country. We blame former President Olusegun Obasanjo for hoisting a shadowy character like Atiku Abubakar as vice president on the nation and now trying desperately to bring him back as president. We are equally calling on His Royal Highness the Lamido of Adamawa to strip Atiku Abubakar of his title as Waziri in Adamawa for his open hatred for the Fulani pastoralists and surrounding himself with ethnic irredentists and hate speech merchants that have been profiling the Fulani race and calling for their genocide. The title of Waziri in Adamawa Emre should be reserved for only Fulani sons with track record of helping and protecting the Fulani race and not shadowy character with conflated identity. We are consequently directing all our members nationwide and other Fulani groups to embark on massive campaign against the presidential aspiration of Atiku Abubakar because it does not mean well for the pastoralists and the country at large. Finally, we appeal to His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari to instruct the security agencies to monitor Atiku Abubakar, considering his volatile and inciting statements he makes against the herders. His statements as a presidential candidate is capable of destabilizing the country, especially considering that he is currently surrounded by anarchists and hate speech merchants feeding on the lucrative industry of fake news and ethnic irredentism. Thank you very much. President Muhammadu Buhari, I believe it was a right decision, and for us also, we cannot shy away from supporting a more credible candidate. At the era where we are fighting corruption, we cannot reinforce corruption by supporting a passive, corrupt candidate. So absolutely, our organization is in total support of Mr. President to continue to do the good work he's doing in the country. So by this, we have endorsed him fully. And we are not only stopping at that, we are mobilizing all Nigerians, particularly our members, to come out massively to vote for him. Proposal to intervene on the crisis. He claimed Otom is his personal friend. His chief campaigner in the North Central is one of the chief hater of the Fulani pastoralists in Nigeria. He's now coordinating for him, so we know their intention is not good for us. You can't surround yourself with our enemies and expect our votes. I hope the court will do justice because you cannot deny us our means of livelihood without providing an alternative. The case is before the court. I think I will stop at that. About the report, after going through the report, the methodology, the manner of the research is not only faulty, it didn't meet any scientific requirement. It was merely unsubstantiated statements that are aimed at a highly biased report. And that is why we have come out to kick against it, condemn it, and reject it in totality.
One more question.